I've certified in almost all the top Agile certifications. And there were 4 things that they did not say in any of those certifications that I learned that I want to teach you today. And there is one simple truth in every Agile team that if you understand that, it can help your team be more successful. So I'll teach you that today as well. We'll start off with the Scrum Master.
Picture a conductor leading an orchestra, ensuring every instrument plays at the right time to create a harmonious symphony. That, in essence, is the role of a Scrum Master in a team. Now let's delve into the role of a Scrum Master. This individual is a servant leader and coach for a team. They are the ones who guide the team, making sure that everyone is playing their part in the process. They facilitate team events and processes, ensuring methodologies are followed to a T. But that's all. A Scrum Master is also responsible for removing any roadblocks that might impede the team's progress. They are the ones who step in and clear the way, enabling the team to keep moving forward without any hitches. The Master also helps the team in meeting their delivery goals. They foster a high-performing dynamic within the team, ensuring everyone works together in harmony, just like an orchestra playing a beautiful symphony. A team without a Scrum Master is like an orchestra without a conductor. The music might still play, but it may not be as harmonious or as coordinated. What are the tools that a Scrum Master uses to guide their team? Let's delve deeper. A Scrum Master is not just a leader, but an educator. They teach the team about Scrum, built-in quality, and Kanban. They're the ones who guide teams towards self-organization and self-management, facilitating the smooth operation of different events. They're the detectives of the team, identifying bottlenecks and eliminating them to ensure a smooth workflow. Equipped with the right tools, a Scrum Master can guide their team to deliver value consistently and efficiently. Have you ever wondered if you have what it takes to be a Scrum Master? It's time to gaze inward and assess your own skills and attributes. Masters are the linchpins of project teams, providing critical support during iterations, enhancing team flow, and fostering high-performing, learning-oriented environments. They are the silent heroes who help teams navigate the rough waters of project management, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Now, reflect on your team dynamics. Who among you has these attributes? Could they be your Scrum Master, or could that person be you?
One thing they did not tell you anywhere in any of the setup Agile certifications is that this Scrum Master role is played by so many different people. It can be played by a software development engineer within the team trying to be a leader within the group. It can be played by a program manager or project manager switching into the software or trying to be more agile, or it also can be a mixture of somebody else, maybe a manager or the software engineer that do more of the HR role as well, but they also play a hat as the leader within that group. Very fascinating, because this role too, you don't always need to be technical. There's people that have great program management experience and background. They do well in this job as well. If you have more technical knowledge, it does give you that little edge, but it's interesting because I'm curious to see what your teams use for the Scrum Master, because it's used so broadly. Out of all these roles, it tends to be a different person, and in practice, this is what ends up happening. And it's interesting because it does take a different type of skill set to actually capture what that role is doing and also who's playing that role.
Dive right into the heart of an Agile team, and you'd find a pivotal role: the product owner. This role is akin to a bridge, connecting the needs and desires of stakeholders to the team. To put it simply, they're the voice of the stakeholders within the team. Not only do they represent these needs, but they also act as the foremost source of information about the problem domain for the team. Imagine having a massive pile of tasks and not knowing where to start. That's where the product owner steps in. They prioritize the team's work, helping to bring order to potential chaos and ensuring that everyone's efforts are focused where they make the most impact. But their role doesn't stop there. The product owner also serves as the team's spokesperson to the stakeholder community, presenting the team's work and progress. They're the team's advocate, championing their efforts and achievements. So the product owner is truly the team's navigator, charting the course and ensuring everyone's rowing in the right direction. But what exactly does a day in the life of a product owner look like? Well, it's a juggling act of many roles. As a representative for stakeholders, They bring the needs and desires of the stakeholders to the Agile team. They are the team's go-to for understanding the problem domain. They prioritize tasks, ensuring the most important work is tackled first. They also play the diplomat, representing the team's work back to stakeholders. It's a challenging role that requires finesse and communication skills. From coordinating to communicating, a product owner is always on their toes, ensuring the ship sails smoothly. Now think about your team. Who comes to mind? As we delve into the dynamics of your team, consider those who display leadership, embody a clear vision, and communicate effectively. These individuals might just be your unsung product owners. They are the ones who understand the needs of your stakeholders, guide the work of your Agile team, and prioritize tasks. They are the crucial bridge between your team and the wider stakeholder community. Great teams have great product owners, and who knows, maybe the next great product owner is listening to this right now?
Product owner. So again, outside of the certifications, who actually plays this role and who's the most effective in this type of role? So this one more is a business savvy person, right? Because they're actually going to be leading the team for what is required for this product. And so it's important that they understand what are the business implications for this product and also prioritizing highest value items first for their customers. So it's really important. It can be played by a technical person. Oftentimes it is played by a business analyst, business role. But there's also been times where maybe a manager or even sometimes the own team kind of directs their own prioritization of the work if no one's giving them guidance. That's definitely not a preferred option and actually not recommended, but sometimes it happens, right? Because if they have that leader, that manager does not know the product as much as those engineers, sometimes that's kind of delegated to the engineers to the best interest of the product, build the highest priority items. But it becomes difficult, right? Because these people in the team might be very specialized in their technical or field, and so they might not actually be prioritizing the highest value. Maybe they're picking the coolest project, their coolest feature. And so it's really important that this role is actually played more for a business role, business analyst role, because they really understand what brings business value to the organization, what's the highest value. And there's more things too as well, is like working with the different stakeholders to pull all the pieces and requirements together, kind of an aggregator, a system engineer, to let the team do what they do best, which is develop the product, right? So organizing it so it can be handed off to the developers to work efficiently within that trade-off or handoff.
Imagine a group of individuals, each with their own unique skills, working together to deliver a product. This is an Agile team, and today we focus on the key player in this team, the Agile team member. They can come from any field, HR, healthcare, gaming, or software development. The magic lies in forming a cross-functional team, removing dependencies and delivering the product efficiently. So an Agile team member, regardless of their field, is a vital cog in the machinery of a successful Agile team. Now that we know who an Agile team member is, let's delve into what they do. They are the heartbeat of the product's journey. They connect with customers, understanding their needs and wants. They plan their work, mapping out the tasks necessary to bring visions to life. Each iteration, they deliver value, creating tangible progress that pushes the product forward. They don't just throw their work over the wall and move on. They seek feedback from product owners, ensuring they're meeting the customer's needs effectively. But they don't stop there. They constantly strive to improve, to refine their approach and enhance their output. They define what needs to be done, build it, test it, and deploy it. They're not just following orders, they're understanding outcomes, validating hypotheses, and learning from the experience. From planning to deployment, an Agile team member is instrumental in every step of the product's journey. But an Agile team member doesn't work in isolation. They're part of a larger team, a larger picture. Other skills, like platform engineering, IT infrastructure, compliance, legal, and security, all tie into the Agile team's work. These roles might stretch across multiple teams, not just one Agile team. Yet even within this larger context, the Agile team member remains the core. They're the ones executing the tactical work, improving each iteration, making sure that the job gets done. Even as a part of the larger team, the Agile team member remains the core, executing the tactical work and improving each iteration.
Now we get to the Agile team, the real engine of this product that keeps things going forward. If you want to put it in an analogy like a car, and as you heard all three of the different roles, you can think of the Agile team like the engine of the car, right? Really the thing that gets the product moving. You can think of the Scrum Master maybe as like the structure of the car, right? The chassis, right? Keeping things together, keeping things stable. That's the Scrum Master. When you go to the product owner, they're kind of like the steering wheel, right? They tell you kind of where to go. So if you think of this Agile car, right? Really what we're talking about is that engine that feeds the team forward. And again, doesn't always have to be a software developer or a technical person. It could be an HR team, a business team that's doing some kind of product. It's people that are actually building the day-to-day, the hands-on people that are building that work. Some teams, the actual Scrum Master is a role within the development team. And so you can think of they play two hats. Just keep in mind when this happens, so they have to allocate time to actually do that. If you're going to say this person is going to lead the team, and where the Scrum Master is the leader, it's really the chassis of the Agile car, they really got to spend that time, maybe 20% of their time, depending on how big the team is. It has to be some portion that goes into making sure all the team is aligned, the stakeholders, and making sure they're talking about the right things during the right cadence meetings, and also going forward in the right direction. Also keep in mind, there has to be someone that is senior enough or for what exactly the specialized skill is for that product to really make sure we're guiding the team forward. And for example, this could be like an architect, someone that has a high level vision of what's going on technically to make sure the team's going the right direction, again, in the technical sense. It's so important to reduce technical debt in the future, where you're reworking infrastructure, you're working code, refactoring it, because it's not optimized for scalability. And so it's really important that you have that person in your team to help make the team successful.
Ever wondered who is a stakeholder in Agile software development? Well, a stakeholder is anyone who is materially impacted by the solution. They're not just end users, but a wide spectrum of individuals. They could be the direct users, the managers, or even developers working on systems that interact with the one under development. They're the ones whose day-to-day might change or whose goals might be affected by the project outcome. So stakeholders play a significant role, but how do we categorize them? Stakeholders can be broadly categorized into 4 groups. First up, we have the end users. These are the people who will be using your system day in, day out. They're after systems that are user-friendly and that make their jobs easier. Next, we have the principals. These are the big decision makers. They're the ones who ultimately foot the bill and put your system to use. This group includes the gold owners, senior business management, and the folks who buy commercial systems. Thirdly, we have the partners. These are the people who roll up their sleeves and make the system work in production. This includes operations staff, support staff, trainers, legal experts, installers, application hosting companies, and developers on external systems. And finally, we have the insiders. These are the members of the development team and people who provide technical and business services to your team. Understanding these categories can help us better understand the roles of different stakeholders. Now that we know who the stakeholders are and their categories, what are their roles? Well, stakeholders are crucial to Agile software development. End users provide vital feedback, principals make key decisions, partners ensure the system works in production, and insiders offer technical and business services. Each category plays a unique role, contributing to the success of the project. They are the backbone that supports and drives the development process forward. So who in your organization is a stakeholder to your product? Think about it.
So what's that one simple truth that I mentioned at the beginning? I'm going to tell you about that right now. And the one simple truth is that no team has the right amount of resources, the right amount of people, the right amount of time to build a product they want to deliver. It's never going to happen. You don't have the right people, you don't have money. It's really difficult. But really understanding this, you can communicate to your stakeholders that this is what time we need, and these are the trade-offs, and here's the data to back it up. You have it in that format. It helps to kind of produce that story that, yes, we can do this, but here are some other things we got to think of that's a trade-off for what the plan is with the time we have available. But if we do get this much more time, this is how much we can build, how much more value to our customers, how much more revenue, whatever goals you're doing for your customer to be more successful. So I want to thank everybody. Please subscribe, like the video. I'll see you in the next video.